All right, this is game number 11 of the Pro Elf run. This is how our Pro Elves are looking. We've got a nice edge tackle blitzer. We've got a strength up catcher. We've now got our first guard piece, which is handy. The record is a peculiarly balanced 5-5-0. We have spun into a very good coach, Dionysian, who is also playing Pro Elves. He has got one guard, one agility, and one strength. So actually, oh no, they've got two guard. Not dissimilar teams. They've got a dirty player, which we would love to have one of those. Neither of us have mighty bow, which is nice. Both got 3 catches. I hate this naming scheme because it makes me think of a politician who I won't even name, but she is horrible. I don't know if that's deliberate or if it's something else. Babe could make sense. We could go full scum for the bribe and try to win that way, but I guess Babe's a solid pick, so let's just go with that. She might genuinely be the worst Adel. I don't want to talk about her, but she's awful. So I don't know if that's why Dio's done that, to be provocative, but ugh. Hey, Dark Elixir. I try not to talk politics in this channel, so I won't get into it, but hey, Samich, and hey, Go Fast Boots. If you're not already following Dionysian, oh, that's not the right handle. 2020. Really lovely person, very, very good Blood Bowl coach. Honestly, a very good person to go and watch and learn things from. Genuinely very, very good at the game. Has a slightly sort of kooky way of explaining things sometimes, can be a bit out there, but a very, very good coach. Yeah, big recommend for that stream, genuinely. One of the really good ones to watch and learn from. Well, this has created a problem for me, hasn't it? Because I like to do my 4-4 formation. And now I don't want to put this guard in the front line. Which I've only just worked out. So I guess you have to go in the front line. Which I do not like. Do not like at all. Mm-mm. And we got a draw against the Undead. It was a wild game where their touchdown was heaps of BS, and then our touchdown was even bigger heaps of BS. So we've got the fame, which is nice. But them having 2 guard is definitely not ideal. And one of their guard being on a blodge stepper is also awkward. The biggest awkwardness is just that Dio is good at the game. It's the biggest problem, the biggest source of adversity, as I know Dio loves to talk about. Overcoming adversity. It's good to place of diversity. The biggest adversity we've got here is we've spun into a very good coach. Oh, that's a nice start. Does spin the reroll. I wasn't actually certain they would. It's really tough in this sort of matchup because it's going to be an injury, isn't it? No. It's really tough in this sort of matchup because defense first, I think, is just generally the right choice with elves and pro elves. But because both these teams are predominantly AV7, like if we go defense first and just get banged out on the line, it can be pretty catastrophic because then you're still playing against a team that has all the strengths you do, but just with fewer players. So it's tough call. I just sort of did do it quite quickly because I've made that decision enough times to know how I feel about it. But yeah, it's a sort of catch-22 a bit with the choosing whether to go defense or offense. Anyway, getting a reroll out of them is definitely good for us. And no removals yet. They could foul us. I doubt they will. Without a bribe, without a bench, but they could. I imagine if they're going to do that, they'll only do it on the better players, not just on a random lineman. Okay, keeping the ball very safe back here. Creating a double screen so we haven't got fun players maybe doing a vanity pass here. Yep. Makes it. This is, good play and makes it very hard to create much pressure on the ball. You don't want to come into this. This is a trap over here, sidestep, all of this nightmare. But if we're coming this way, we're a long way away from the ball. I think this is what we're going to do, is to hit this because it's the softest target. But it's just not that attractive of a target because of the way things are set up. I'm going to meet caution with caution for now. There may be a more aggressive turn to come, but this is not the one. Morning, Bumpbrush Studio. How are you? The problem is, of course, like an elf screen is pretty weak against an Edge 5 player. So it's not such benefit to this setup. Their strength 4 sadly does have blood, ours does not. Ours has only got the block. Okay, that's good. definitely do want to create some pressure on the back of this, which we can look into doing maybe this next turn. We'll just back this all up a line. You're not doing the bits, so that's fine. Good. Lovely. Very nice. One down. Lots to go. Good. Okay, you ready for next turn, hopefully? Okay, so next turn we'll have more players to position, and therefore we can do some more creative, aggressive things, hopefully. Nice to get the SVP on Freezing Star as well, because we want that next level as quick as we can. Hey, Cigarette. Morning, morning. How's your morning going? How's your weekend going? I had such a nice night last night. I went to a friend who lives around the corner, and she was having a barbecue, and her girlfriend have like a fire pit, and so there was like a fire pit and a barbecue, and they had some friends there who were from Argentina, and they were like all getting the fire going, and it was just a really nice night. It was kind of crazy because it's been so hot, like the idea of starting a fire, but it's just still nice to sit by a fire. And it was cooler by then because it was like 11 at night by the time we were sat by the fire, really. So there was an upside to going out of the Blood Bowl tournament because I got to go to the barbecue earlier. Just having a chill one. Nice. Right, I see the one I want to hit, which is this jerk right here, because dirty players are jerks. So we hit here, and we could bring you this way. I like the idea of starting to like create some forward pressure over here. Let's bring some of you across now, though. So you're not coming forward, so we can sit you back. Bring you into that square. That's fine because it's side step. Okay. Let's come hit this one. Die. Not dead. Diced. Okay, it's not a lot, but we're starting to create at least a tiny bit of forward pressure on this side. And wrap them up a little bit. Maybe I should have pushed that on one more square, but then there's no one to cover there. Would have been nice to base that. Maybe I should have just taken them both down. Definitely I should have just taken them both down. Not give that a free stand up. Oh well. There is a bit of a gap here. And there is a gate to go through. Guess maybe that should come back one more square. Yeah, I think he's going to take this gap. Because you can hit there on the strength 4 and then everything can go through. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. No, we're just going to hit this one. Give yourself an extra hit. Fair enough. Hang on, Sandwich. Sandwich is too strong. Too strong, Sandwich. It's still nice for them, though, because that sort of closes this one inside, which effectively takes my defense down a player. I feel like there's going to come a turn where I have to be more aggressive than this. It's just tricky because they've got the 2 guard. Like, we haven't got any sort of advantage in terms of strength. And our sidestep is weaker than their sidestep because one of it doesn't have dodge. So it feels like the moment when we go all mans is very risky. Like, we can't just leave them be for the whole drive because at some point that's just going to do our G5 things. Maybe we could put some pressure on the 2 loners. We still blitz that. It's a shame. Good. Just putting some pressure on these 2 loner pieces. See how they handle that. There are definitely ways to handle it, but yeah, make them roll some slightly less comfortable dice. It's like a step short of going all mans on them, but still can put a bit of pressure on. It's a real interesting game. Like, it's interesting playing Dio. Like they do, you know, he does smart plays. There we go. Got the 1 and 9 on the loner. It's exactly what we were fishing for, and now we have dice on the ball. It's exactly what we were hoping we could get. Is yeah, get that loner into trouble. Nice stun. Should have stood this up before I did that. Okay, that's a shame, but doesn't doom us yet. We have to follow that. Could we wrestle this one? Okay. So now we can take a 2 dice without tackle or a 1 dice with tackle. Actually not sure which of those is better. Um, um, so the 1 dice is actually better between those two. 1 dice with tackle is stronger than the 2 dice without tackle. Because we can't get the guard in there, sadly. This definitely feels like a play where if it goes wrong, we could be in all sorts of trouble. I've got to base this. Need to bring something else across here because we're now really short on this side. Got him. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wow. Really got him. Not the dream scatter. Do we just keep going with edge 5? It's only 3 pluses. It's tricky because that is our best chance to get the ball. But if we fail it, then we haven't moved any of these other players we can move. I think I've just got to go for it. Put the reroll in for sure. No. Oh well, we've still got a sidestep on the ball. We've still disrupted this drive quite a lot. We've stunned their edge 5. Fortunately, this is wrestle, so they have got a good chance just to get us down. I don't know, maybe I should have not done that. I should have just swamped it. I don't know. That doesn't get us down. I think next to it makes more sense than on it, because on it could scatter it to you. Whew. Interesting, anxious moments. No powers, very nice. I think that's the best square, because they also want to get it this way. Because they need to get, like, yeah, out of trouble as well as just picking the ball up. Do still have a tackle hit here with blitz, which I guess is what they'll now spend on it. Please don't go down. Oh, lucky, lucky, lucky. Very lucky for us. They've still just got a 3+ pickup because they're elves, but it's a lot better than it could have been. Taking that hit, fair enough. Nice. 1 in 9. We just failed one. Oh, it's at least a reroll out. Don't have dodge on this one. They could throw a pass. Okay, they do get out, and they can complete the cage with that. One more dodge completes the cage. Damn, it's a shame. We had them in a really tough spot there. But it still made their next 2 turns more complicated. They still got the Edge 5 stunned. And there's a chance we could get... we could open up a hit on the ball here, although this will make it harder. Nice. Very nice. Okay. I think guard comes in here so we can have that 2 dice. Is there a chain push? Push, push. Get you there. It's not really doing anything, is it? I think we're going to be doing a bit of all-mansing here. Let's take this first and see what happens. Lovely. I've got to say. Oh, that's so nice. Guard goes off. Now I wish I hadn't saved because now it's hard for me to get around, but still. 2 GFIs for the 1 dice. No GFIs for the 1 dice, but I don't have block. I'd love to get the strength 4 around, but I don't think it can happen. I think we need to do some aggressive basing now. I think maybe we'll do that because I quite want to keep this here as well. And I think we would take it both down here if it happens. Not a skull. Okay, that's a shame. God, sorry, I'm not concentrating. I don't know if there's been much in chat. I've been very focused on this game because it's an interesting game. Hey, Saiti and Rick. What was my overall view of the GG Tour tournament? I enjoyed it. There's definitely a part of me having done that now because I never got to play in a Blitz Pit, which is Gdanik's competition. And having done that now, there's definitely a part of me that thinks I quite like, oh, that's a nice play. Yeah, I like that. Hand it off to you because you got strength 4. Get the strength 4 player out. I think I like this. Also means that, yeah, when I go to try and sack the ball, it's going to be much harder. Gdanik's Blitz Pit has a double elimination, so you have to then 3+, 2+ out. I really like this. This is a smart play. It was a tough spot they were in. Has double elimination Blitz Pit, which means that you have to lose twice rather than just once. And like the one thing with the format of yesterday's competition is if you just get diced, which I did, then it can feel pretty rough. Like it's just like, oh, I didn't have any sort of fallback or recourse or whatever. Like I just lost because of one dicing. Whereas I guess double elimination means it's a bit less variance. If you have one rotten dice game, it doesn't necessarily kill you. Nice, good. Because also it means like everyone gets at least 2 games, which is nice. Like I think like building up and like scheduling your whole weekend so that you can have time to play a tournament and then losing the first game, like that also really stinks, right? So, okay. Going for all the GFIs. I understand it. Definitely makes it harder for me to hit this. And if this gets all out, which is looking like it might, I think he might have saved this, which is pretty impressive. I had him on the ropes. a little bit, but this, yeah, this is going to get pretty hard to sack now. Pesky Dio being good at the Blood Bowl again. Got some good dice this turn, but to be fair, hadn't had good dice up to this point, so do those GFIs, close it off. Well, last reroll. It's a pretty spicy last reroll. I wouldn't put that in. Wow. Snakes it. I wouldn't have put that reroll in, because if I get this down now, it's obviously pretty bad for Dio. Okay. And so I think we could definitely get 2 dice for you, but I don't want to. I want to hit it with the rest if we can. But it's tricky. Made me roll a bunch of dice for it for sure. What are the odds of finding that power with a reroll? I have a 51% of getting that if we do it with the reroll. Or we're going to have to roll like 4, so 2. It's like 4 2s, and then so it is right to do the GFIs and go for it that way. It's a scoring threat. Could be a scoring threat. Oh dear. Well, I followed the stats, but the stats have betrayed me. Or not, because we have got it down. But I need a scatter now. Okay. Well, I'm still in play for them, unfortunately. Can get to it with that one. I think we've got to put attack on that now. It's a shame because that's our best scoring threat, but I think priorities and all that. Let's make you into a scoring threat. Is it best just to hold that, or is it better to give it to you? Okay, so the best they can do on this is 1 dice. Oh, I did. Oh no, I did the wrong math, didn't I? Although it looks like I did the right thing. I did the wrong maths. I always go backwards in my brain on that. Like I don't know, like my brain doesn't do the maths right. I always do like the 5+ rather than the 5 good outcomes. It looks like I still did the right thing, but yeah, my logic was wrong. pretty hard to make this even a 1 dice because of the assists around it now. That last loner stuff was pretty handy. Got 2 players in scoring range, so if you could get it down, then this one can come and get it. We have at least got tackle on it. Okay, going for stuff that isn't the ball. Just taking these hits. Trying to cause some attrition back. Are they going to try to hit the scoring threat and not hit the ball? 2+2+. I mean, I'll still have a scoring threat, but that's easily the best one because of Nerves of Steel. Here they are, and that is a fail because of tackle. Okay. We've got a pretty nice chance here now. I think the play is hand off to edge 5 and throw with edge 5 because we've got 4+2+. Well, 4+ before the catch roll, or we've got 2+2+. So that's better. And I think we just do that because we haven't got rerolls or anything else. Okay, 1 more 2+. Got it. Good job, Dado. Nice. Get in. Get in. Pretty happy. I'm playing a really tough opponent. Like I'm playing Dio, who's one of the the best CCL coaches around. So I'm tense, but also happy. Turnover score exactly. Bit of a dilemma here about like how quick we look to score, because like even if you do go 2-0 up against elves, it can turn around pretty quickly. And at the moment, they've got a nice piece off the pitch. But let's see how we go. That looks like a nice bit of target, and that looks like a nice bit of target. I think I'd like to carry on the edge. Which does limit me a bit because it's my one tackle piece, but I want those opportunities that presents. Set up to consider the blitz, since that stuffed us so hard yesterday. I mean, not that we could have done much different in our setup yesterday because it was just such a good kick blitz location for them, and we didn't have enough players. But still. Okay. At the moment, so salty salt, but yeah, this is again, never get too comfortable in your lead against a good coach, because it can backfire real fast. That's nice. Thanks for the raid, Yud. How were your goblins this morning? Assuming it was goblins. This is how, it's exactly how Dio started their drive, was with a double skull. They rerolled, and I will also reroll. Because I want these hits. Boo. Good. Nice. Did just expose my guard a little bit. Not sure if that was clever actually, that follow. Oh well, don't know. Thinking about a power rapper on the loner? Surely not. Okay. Pressures on them. Oh, I should really brought that to the middle. I don't know why I didn't bring that to the middle. But yeah, pressures on them. Don't need to bring that ball forward. They need to score. We don't. It's not a DACA because we're not bringing the whole team back, but I'm not bringing the top ball somewhere they can just pinch it either. Okay, that works. Attrition has definitely been kind to us. We have got 0 players off. They've got 3. You know, both teams, same armor, same. Exactly the same like number of players with strength 4. They had 1 more guard than us to begin with, so getting one of those off is really helpful. I think it might be a snipe core night, but I don't know. I only say that because when I was watching Dio yesterday, Dio was saying they were like embrace adversity, like seek out those games against good coaches. So I don't know, but I mean they also might just be spending at the same time as us. I wish I'd brought this in the middle. This is a little bit stupid over here, but where else? So we're pretty fast. Morning, Darth Otter. Are you still going in the GG tour, Cornite? I think I saw you doing pretty well, so congrats. This is the morning of the Sea Otter, exactly. Definitely a slight temptation to try and just run off and score over here. Okay, we've got wrestle. Very nice. Look, throw it here. We'll be in a very strong position for next turn to score. Just stand that up. I didn't realize it was a dodge. I'll take that hit. Fine. This is a don't snake turn. Pass is good. Catch is good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's okay. I've left a few hits on, which I don't love, but yeah, just trying to get the touchdown. Left this edge 5 behind, which is nice. They have got just the Rowdy Cage Dive on a 4+. That's why I've positioned this so it can't scatter out. But you could get it from the back and hit this way, maybe get a recovery on there. One thing that is uncomfortable is that really we'd love to score on you. Maybe I should have tried to give the ball to you, but I didn't want to roll the pass and the catch with no built-in reroll. Yeah, they're going for the ball. It's a 4+ dodge in, 2 dice on the ball. I did wonder if I should have just left the guard adjacent to that instead of above it. I did wonder that. Maybe this was too easy. Maybe I should have worked harder. Because if you make this, get a good scatter, pick it up here, you could even throw it right away. There's definitely outs for them. There's a GFI there as well. Okay, makes a dodge, makes a GFI, gets the POW. No reroll used is bad for us. Increases the chance that this will get picked up. KO is obviously bad for us as well. But that's great. It's the player we literally want to score on, so bad, 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 and then suddenly brilliant. That's pretty rough for Dio. That's unlucky. I think Dio's been unlucky overall, so they're within their rights to be frustrated. If they are, it is the 7 a.m. of the CRT. Yikes, that does sound early. Normally I start at 5 a.m. I do 5 a.m. on Monday normally, so yeah, I've got an early Monday coming up. That's fair enough, Deodin. Like I didn't mean to like say that they definitely were or whatever. Like I have no idea. Like I know that they talked about that. Yesterday was the only reason I said it. Okay, making this harder. At the moment, I think it's put that in there. Let me blitz, push you to there. And then even if it's a push, we've only got a 2+ dodge there, I think is the best way we can do it. Should actually do some other things first. If that wasn't a GFI, I might take that hit because it's such a valuable piece, but as it is, I'm just gonna base up and not waste any dice. Just in case this all goes wrong. Good. Lovely. And we just score. Even got it on the player we want to score on, so it's all very lucky. It's like a meeting of the beaten by Andrew at GG Tour Club. Oh, did you lose to Andrew? Lost out in the last round before the end. Andrew played really well. Turned me over on my drive. Wow, both KOs failed as well. Ours did too, but still. I may have pushed too hard, feeling like I had to do the same, overcommitted, and he got past. It was hot weather yesterday, though. It was meltingly hot in the UK yesterday. I was not having a nice time until the evening. Evening was lovely. But yeah. It's weird, actually. Honestly, do you know what's weird is? Yesterday, the temperature was nothing like the 40 degrees that it was a month ago. It never quite hit 40 down here, but the day when it was 40 in other parts of the country, it was like 30. They're going to go for a quick score, so I need to set up in a not cowardly way. The moment I'm setting up in a cowardly way, they are going to go for a quick score. So So we need to embrace not being a coward. As difficult as that sometimes is. Yeah, it was nowhere near the peak temperature of the other week here, but yesterday felt really hot for some reason. Yesterday felt like really like unpleasant to me anyway. Is it better to do that? Maybe it is. Don't like giving up the sidestep potential there. But it means we've got responsiveness on both sides. Oh, I should swap those two. Oh well, didn't. It was funny because I went to a barbecue in the evening, and the people, my friends who were hosting the barbecue are English, but they had friends over who are Argentinian who did all like the grilling. Apparently, grilling very big in Argentina, and it was funny talking to them because we were all like, "It's so hot today," and they were like, "Today's quite cool." Like two of them were from Buenos Aires, and one of them was from Rio de la Plata, I think. And they were just like, "This isn't hot. It's quite cool here." Which is quite funny. Okay, extra reroll for Dio. Nice kick for us. They've put all their players on this side. I mean, it's not that hard to fix with elves, but it's still nice for us. They've obviously got to push for a quick score because 2-0 down. Like I said before, this is a very, very long way from being a done game. You're playing against another elf team and another coach who absolutely knows how to score the quick touchdowns. And so it's sort of gone. It's almost like this game has just entered into a different phase. Like before, it was one phase of the game, and now we're in a different phase where like the first half was very cagey. Like if you remember, Dio was I thought very conservative with their offense, and I was quite conservative in my defense as well. But now it's going to go full elf off, shootout, have to go for everything. Pasta here. A little bit scary without rerolls on either of the players, the pass or the catch, but works out fine. And now hand off to this one, and then you dodge out to complete the count on cage. That's pretty nice. It's nicely done. This stun's a pain. Okay, get a reroll out. They did get a free one. I assume they put this in. Oh, it's a loner though. Maybe not. Okay, so we've got a couple of options to try to open this cage up. I think we try this first and see how it goes. Getting the power is very nice. If I follow, am I blocking my way? Well, I'm blocking my way either way. The power's very, very helpful there. I think we do fill here, even though that's going to block up. Yeah, I think we do. Because then we're going to hit from this side. Let me just map this out. So coming in this way, we can have a 2 dice if we just cancel that out, which is not hard to do. We could have come out on the 4+ and gone this way. Maybe I should have done. I don't know. To think about it, but is it worth fouling that? Not sure. Okay, didn't feel the dodge is nice. It's a bit of a tough decision. Because it's only one reroll for our offense. In the likely event they don't get the power, which we didn't. I am pretty tempted to foul this, you know. This is not hard to get out of, unfortunately for me. Does the guard in there make it harder? Makes the blitz through slightly trickier. I think we're not doing the foul now. We've now positioned in such a way that it would not be right. I think they'll get out of this. So now, yeah, and I regret that reroll a little bit. Maybe if it was anything other than double skull, I think I wouldn't have rerolled it. Is the annoying thing. If it had been pushes, I think I would have said, well, we're just not rerolling for a power there. Yeah, that reroll is losing. That reroll feels tough because being down to 1 now makes it much scarier to be on offense, which we are likely to be very soon. Yeah, they're going to chain push out here without too much trouble. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, gets KO. This could turn here. It's really good. Is it just the 3-2 dodge? Can you get this to 2 dice? You can't take a 2 dice from here. You could do double GFI and take that as a 2 dice. No, just going to cover that. Okay. Doesn't change much in terms of this turn, but it just gives them a free armor roll on a good player. Oh, maybe it does change something. Now you've got an assist here. If you cancel here, but we've still got the guard here, so I think this would still be nothing better than a 1 dice. Maybe you take the 1 dice. It's better than failing the 1 and 9 on the ball. Yeah, I don't know. Because like if you fail this 1 and 9, then at least you've still got the ball and I still have to knock it down. No, just going for the dodges. Cheeky snake. Oh, wow, it is. It's harsh. Super harsh. Okay, that's good for us. Obviously. Not in a super strong position for the recovery, but I mean, at this point, the good news is like every turn that they don't score is just another turn. We can also just use Edge 5 shenanigans here, can't we? That's not on tackle. Although that makes them a little bit worse. annoying. I was hoping to dodge this out, and now it's in the way. It's a 2 dice, but it is a loner. And it's like a side stepper. One, two. Oh, snake back. Okay, so probably score this turn. We have at least taken one more turn off them, but at least we didn't use a reroll on it. I was already debating in my head if I got to this ball and picked it up and failed the pickup, could I spend the reroll? I think the answer was no, because I only got one. So, but it would have been nicer to fail there, because then at least you've got sidestep next to the ball. It seems not too complicated. Like, you just push that out of the way and pick it up on you and score. One good snake deserves another, maybe. Oh, not another one. Okay, gets the POW, so now it's just a 2+ to score. Not a removal, at least. We could be down to 9. Did theirs come back? They've been pretty unlucky on these so far. Wow. It's felt like 6 in a row on KO roll. It's been super unlucky. So Dio is still on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are on 10. We are down a catcher, which is a shame, but overall still pretty good. So we just need to hold tight for 3 turns. Obviously, if we can score again, that's nice. Quick snap is always good. Don't know how much actually want to do with it, but okay. Nice stun. Oh, hey, thank you so much, whoever that is. I'll say a proper thank you in just a second. I'm very focused on my turn at the moment. I'll take this blitz first, actually. Lovely. Normally I'd be going for the guard, but at this point in the game where like there's not many turns left to play, I think just taking out the fast players that could pressure the ball, I think makes really nice sense. Lovely, another at least stun. Stun it is. I'm going to try the pickup before this. This is obviously more likely to succeed than this is, but this is more important. And if that fails, I'm probably not going to reroll it. So I need to get this going. Good. And how far can they get? Okay, so I think we stay here. We go to the middle. Great. Very happy for that. Pretty good line of scrimmage. Tarek, thank you so much for the resub. 3 months, quarter year anniversary for Tarek. Tarek, I don't know if you were here earlier, but you scored the game-saving touchdown in the last game, and then you rolled a double and got guard. So yeah, you did some huge plays for us in the last game. It was a team effort because there was a catcher who did some ridiculous shenanigans to set it up, but you played a vital role. Okay, same as last time. I'm going to come in here and create lots of pressure in the middle. Are we going to see some Edge 5 aggressive dodging here? Because if not, it's hard to get a lot of players through here. Okay. Go here. I'm debating whether to hand off here. I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to put the ball in sidestep and say, come get it. Because it's, yeah, got the sidestep. They've only got the one tackle piece. Fine. Fine. Huge things I accomplished I didn't even notice exactly. That's why we had to let you know. Only 2+ strength catches, 1 on each team. Yeah, 1 each. Pedro Jack, and hey, Pedro Jack, how are you? Oh, hey, Cheeky Jimmy. Did I say hey, Cheeky Jimmy, or did I miss you in amongst the resub there? Hey, how are you, Jimmy? Hope you've had a lovely weekend. So they can go all the way around the back here for a 3+, 4+, although you've got to tag this as well, which I'm not sure how you do. And then you get 2 dice on here, and then we'd have sidestep so we could move it into this square here. So they'd have to have some pretty good scatters for that to be, although, I mean, if they get it down, they've got edge 5, right? So there's that. They also need to have a scoring threat at the end of this turn, though, so they've got a few things to think about. They could go in this way and go for the 1 dice, which is just a 5+ dodge, but it's only going to be a 1 dice because the guard's here. Looks like that's what they're going to go for. So they just need to roll a power, which can happen. Maybe I should have gone one more to the sideline. Not sure. Not sure about that. They are getting some scoring threats. Or maybe they are going around this way. We'll see. Yeah, they're going the 3+4+ way. 3+4+, 2 GFIs, 2 dice, without tackle. Wow, makes all of it. Doesn't get it right away. Gets the reroll. Doesn't get it. Okay, good. Still feels like it's going to be a little bit messy next turn. But hopefully with them committing so many players behind here, we can find a forward position we're happy with. What's this tackle? It is. That's what I was afraid of. Do we even still take this? 1 in 9 versus 1 in 36 over here. Was a little tempted to punt there, but I think better just keep it on this. I mean, they've got to generate a sack on a piece that has block and dodge. I don't know. I'm not sure that was a very good turn. I can't score salty, so I'm just trying not to give the ball up because I'm winning 2-1. just trying to, yeah, keep things safe. Which I think that turn was not as good as it could have been. But it's a turn I did, so we'll see. The other nice thing from here is I think it's going to be reasonably hard to get the sack and then not have to at least throw over here, so we'll have an intercept chance. But yeah, this guard, it's only at 1 GFI to get in there, and then you can make the 2 dice, so that maybe isn't as good as I'd like it to be. Although the 1 immediately is very nice, so that reduces the chances. So this now has to be a pout. So 30% to get the ball down without tackle. And they're going to go in with the tackle. Do another 4+ dodge. Yeah, that makes sense. Then you've still got the edge 5 to try and get it afterwards. Doesn't get it. Big fat few. We got away with it. We got the win. I'm not sure I did that as well as I could have done, but we got it. We got a win against a really tough opponent, so I'm very pleased with that. And one of our rivals for the pro elf race. So like it's actually like a double whammy, because I don't actually know if Theo is planning to try to qualify, well, whether he would take the pro elves if he qualifies them, because he is I think going to try and at least get them a qualifying record. Because Theo does also have a really good dwarf team in qualifying position. But in any case, it's a team that is in the ladder against us, so it's especially good to get that win against them. Very nice MVP for Dio. That's a very nice level. And a nice one for us too, though. We've got the level on our rookie blitzer, so good MVPs all around. I think there were parts of that game I played quite well, but there were parts of it I didn't. And I think in the end, I was very, very lucky that the Dio rolled such terrible KO rolls. I think that's probably the biggest reason that I won. So, yeah. Happy, but also no, I got lucky in that one. And now we get to do some dice rolls. The fun kind of dice rolls. Okay, that's fine. We just want dodge on Amdor to start off with. Really nice to have 2 blitzes again. It's been a bit of a slog only having one of those, because they fill such an important role on pro elf teams. And just a normal here as well. Is this wrestle or block? We've got 1 wrestle already, so I think it's going to be another block. Yeah, because we've got sacking options already, right? Because this is also a good sacking piece because it can get into cages. We have another wrestler here. I think we make this another blodge catcher. It's nice to have another good target. If we have to do potatoy plays, it's nice to make that more reliable for if it has to do ball carrier blitzes. Matt, the most toxic ice cream man. I feel like you're sliding in a direction here, Matt, with that ice cream. You picked me to win during Rick's first match, but I was busy yesterday. How did it go for you? I got winning the first game, and then the second game was going super, super well. And yeah, without putting too fine a point on it, a bit of a comedy mega dicing happened. We were 1-0 up on after our defensive drive. Our opponent got a short kick to a square where they could just catch it. Short kick blitz, sorry, to a square where they could just catch it. We sacked it twice, failed to get the ball back the first time because of 1 in 9, the second time because of a snake, like a literal 2+ fail. So yeah, and then by the time we got to overtime, we only had 3 players on the pitch, and that was because we rolled 2 out of 9 KO rolls. So yeah, we got diced, which can happen. It's just, yeah, a bit sadder when it's a tournament and it's like one like single elimination, so you lose and you're just out. And of course there was also some cash prize in the pool as well. I don't know whether I want to play another game with this right now. I'm torn between like playing one more on this or stopping this and playing another team for a game, because I'm not sure if I'm in the right headspace for the team that feels like right now is the team we're most pushing to qualify. In any case, I should end the YouTube video in case this ends up on YouTube. That is 11 games of the Pro Elf run. Record is at 6-5-0. That was a really nice win over a tough opponent and another Pro Elf rival as well. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.